Hello, everyone. I'm Vaidren, and I'm a senior analyst at BeInCrypto. And today, as always, with me, there's Konstantin, who is our global trader. And obviously, since the Ethereum merge occurred earlier today, we're going to discuss the Ethereum merge and what it could mean for. So first, just like what it actually is, what happened, and what it could mean in the future for the price of Ethereum and some other coins which have been dubbed as Ethereum killers. So we thought it would be interesting to just to analyze how this will actually affect them. So basically the merge occurred earlier this morning. I'm not sure about the exact time, but so basically it finally changed the consensus mechanism from a proof of work mechanism to a proof of stake. And so basically now Ethereum won't be mined anymore, but people will stake their holdings in order to secure the network. So what this will do is, so the first thing is that it will greatly reduce the electricity which is consumed. So this in fact makes Ethereum much more sustainable. So this, in my opinion, could have a positive effect. Just looking at it from let's say from a big investor side, because in the past we've seen some pushback. So there was the case when basically Tesla, the company, backed out of using Bitcoin as a payment system because Bitcoin isn't eco-friendly since it uses too much electricity. So now Ethereum doesn't have the drawback. So basically, if some big players are more environmentally conscious, now Ethereum seems to be like a very good play for them. So basically, most of studies conclude that Ethereum will consume 99% less electricity now than it did before. And also regulators will probably have fewer arguments in order to target Ethereum because, regulators have for a while attempted to put at least some basic rules in the cryptocurrency market. And it's not a simple task, obviously. So regulators have usually started at their sustainability concerns, since they're clearly there, and it's basically easier to just like make a case for them. And something which was interesting to me is that obviously there are no more Ethereum miners left. So they have to go somewhere, obviously. So what occurred today was a massive increase in the hash rate of Ethereum Classic. So I'm not going to share the chart just for time concerns, but basically from September 8th to 15, basically from the entire last week, basically the network hash rate has been about 50 hashes per second, 60, something like that. And today it jumped to 290 hashes per second, and it's still there. So basically it seems that a lot of Ethereum miners have now flocked to Ethereum Classic. And as for the so-called Ethereum killers, so basically coins like not the Polygon or Cardano or Solana. So basically one of the biggest advantages, so to say, they had over Ethereum was the fact that they are much more sustainable. So this was also seen by so Starbucks basically made their NFT game/program, and they decided to use Polygon instead of Ethereum because they have sustainability concerns for Ethereum and they want to be seen as more eco-friendly. So basically now the so-called layer 1 Ethereum killers have kind of lost their main advantage, which they had over Ethereum.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that even Vitalik expected some kind of drop in the hash rate. But we will see from now on how it will go. I mean, there's still a long way until everything is finalized completely. But heading towards scalability is probably a very good thing for the space. And I'm also very curious how it plays out for Solana, especially because Solana showed not much bullish momentum in the past few weeks. So it was kind of the winner of the last bull run, in my opinion, when it went from $1 to over 300. But since then, since we hit the recent low at around $26, it doesn't show much bullish momentum, and it worries me. Maybe it's because Ethereum goes to proof of stake now, and maybe the interest in Solana drops, or maybe it's because a lot of developers that build dApps on Solana aren't as satisfied as they expected. I'm not sure why it's like it is, but yeah, we will see if if Solana can ever recover from that. So I would like to jump to some charts about Ethereum. Nothing changed much since last time, so just a quick recap. Basically, we both said we remain bearish as long as Ethereum doesn't break 1,800. Maybe you will start with showing the chart.
I mean, you can go since you have the section, then I'll follow you.
All right, okay. Let me try to do that. So as soon as we can see my chart, just let me know. Okay, perfect.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so basically last time when we talked about the Ethereum price, I think we were around the 50-day EMA a couple days ago. And it was really important for Ethereum to break the 1,800 golden ratio resistance. And as you can see, it didn't happen. So for me, I completely remain bearish as we didn't break the important golden ratio resistance at 1,800. But we kind of bounced at the next golden ratio support. That was yesterday at 1,550. But today it seems that we already get rejected at the 50-day EMA. So I'm leaning towards going back to 1,300, where the next significant golden ratio sits. If we remain above the current golden ratio support at 1,550, we could go to 1,700. If we break that level, we could establish a higher high, and we might break 1,800, and that would be kind of bullish. But since we are already rejected today at the 50-day EMA, I'm leaning towards a break of the 1,550, and then we probably go to 1,300. And we also have strong support between basically the monthly close of 2018 and the monthly high of 2018, between 1,105 and 1,420. So there's big support, but even then, I'm still leaning towards a retracement down to the golden ratio. The only thing that I consider bullish right now is the upticking histogram of the monthly MACD, and also that we still keep up, that we're still above the 50-month EMA, which sits at 1,548. So if we close above the 50-month EMA this month, that would be a bullish indication. But apart from that, it seems very bearish to me. Also, in regards to Bitcoin, in our Bitcoin talk, I talked about the histogram ticking higher, and that could indicate a bullish trend reversal. And it ticked higher the past few days, but now it even ticks lower again. So even the bullishness of Bitcoin is gone, for me at least. So yeah, I'm super excited to listen to your takes.
Thanks. So I'll share my screen. Just a second. Honestly, I have the almost exact same outlook as you, just like coming maybe the slightly different way since I don't use Amaze that much. But yeah, I mean, right, I'll just clean this up for a second. So yeah, on our previous previous session. Basically, we had this. Yeah, we were expecting this 1800 area here to act as resistance, and it did act as resistance. So because of that, to me, that was probably the B wave. And now we're down in the C wave here. So yeah, most likely area for it to end would be somewhere along the 618. But then there is not much horizontal support there. So the main support, horizontal support area would be at about 1250, which coincides with the support line of the channel. So yeah, basically this entire area here to me has just tons of support confluence. So especially if we manage to do like, I don't know, something like this and then reclaim it, like I'd be super bullish on it. So what I do really like about Ethereum, even though it's obviously falling in the short term, is basically not this. So yeah, in my opinion, this part here is pretty clearly a 5-wave upward movement. So the ensuing drop is obviously the correction. And I probably have this as a big one too. So I do think that we eventually break out from the channel and move higher. So this isn't present in Bitcoin. So this also kind of fits with my long-term outlook, which would be, sorry, I need to just use the log chart, something like this. So basically like this was probably a big wave 4 bottom. We validated the channel, and unless this is taken out, we probably move towards new highs. And to me, this is also supported by the RSI, because this RSI here on June this year is the all-time low. As you can see, it's slightly lower than the one in December. So these two, and afterwards, so the RSI moved upwards outside of its oversold territory. And yes, so basically these two bottoms, like this, I think it's a bottom, it hasn't been confirmed yet, and this is definitely a bottom. So basically these two lows have coincided with this extremely oversold RSI levels. And then once the RSI moved outside of its oversold territory, in this case it meant that the upward movement has begun, and in this case I think it will mean the same. Now, ideally, what I would like to see is that, so let's just remove this. So basically we have this bearish divergence trend line here, correct? So this one that actually initiated the downward movement. And just if we draw it like really precisely, maybe that's broken out, maybe not, it's trying to break out. So ideally, I want to see this. If we move above 50 and consolidate here, like I'd be super bullish on Ethereum. But even as it stands, like I'm still preliminary bullish on Ethereum, and much more than Bitcoin, because let me just open Bitcoin real quick. Okay, so it's falling basically like in the case of Ethereum, we had that 5-wave upward movement, while here we don't. Like I try to count this, and like I don't know, it's like just weird, no 5-wave movement, just like this choppy corrective movement, maybe some sort of complex correction, I don't know, but it's really not clear at all. So yeah, basically like I'm much clearer on Ethereum than on Bitcoin. And then the next chart, which we also discussed when we were talking about the potential flippening, is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Now, even though I'm more bullish on Ethereum, like short term, I think it drops more than Bitcoin, because let me remove the wave counts a little bit. Yes, so we had this resistance, deviation, fall, and now another retest of the area as resistance. So yeah, these two rejections and this potential deviation here, not potential, but actual deviation, sorry. And maybe some sort of head and shoulders, but not yet. And yeah, so I think it falls in the short term. But now in the case of Ethereum Bitcoin, I actually have the same count. So something like this basically began at the same time as Ethereum, up move, fourth wave pullback, another up move. And also what I really did like is that the same divergence trend line in Ethereum Bitcoin, it has been broken. So basically this is what I'm looking for in Ethereum USD. So break of divergence trend line and massive move above 50. So yeah, if we get this, I'd be really happy on Ethereum USD. But yeah, so the Ethereum Bitcoin pair short term, I think we probably correct a little. Like we had a 5-wave move, we correct maybe to like 768 something here. Maybe we drop until here, but I don't know, probably this area right here. And yeah, so basically this low here. So in the ideal scenario, would coincide with this low here. Damn, this is messy. And yeah, afterwards, if Ethereum would break out, it would like create this. Now, I'm not sure what this means for Bitcoin. Honestly, I can't really figure out the Bitcoin movement right now. Maybe it does just a slightly lower low. Maybe it holds on here. I don't know, to be honest. Like Bitcoin is just looking weird right now. But yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Ethereum, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting analysis. I also feel that we might have caught the bottom already with the 880. It just doesn't feel as bearish as it could be. I mean, I don't expect that we go super low in the next few days. So it feels to me like the market's a little bit trying up. Maybe it's some sort of sideways movements for the next few weeks until we break out bullishly. So in the short to midterm, I expect a drop to 1,300. But then, as you said, if we bounce from there heavily, we could establish a lower low and go straight to a new bull cycle, basically. So chances are definitely there. And with Bitcoin, I totally agree. I mean, we had this opportunity last month to establish a bullish trend reversal, and then we didn't do it. And this month, it happened again. And it feels like Bitcoin is losing its bullish momentum completely. So maybe there will be a flippening, but for now it looks like a bearish rejection at the golden ratio resistance that you showed, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So yeah, for me it heavily depends on that as well. But what you showed with the RSI looks really convincing to me. So yeah, I think that's the whole situation right now. Probably going lower in the short term, but still hinting at the possibility that a bottom has already been formed. And maybe we will see the start of a new bull cycle even this year. It's already coming to the last quarter of this year, but maybe we will have a traditional December bull run as many times before. So that could happen for sure. But yeah, I don't know about narratives right now. It's not much to hype about right now. It's so many distractions in the world, so many places where a lot of stuff is happening. And we had the ICOs that drove the Bitcoin price and the crypto price. Then we had DeFi and NFTs. I'm just not quite sure what the next hype case will be to drive the market, basically.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. So yeah, we're kind of lacking for a narrative right now. Maybe this will be it. Like I don't know, because no, that yeah, in 2020, I'm pretty sure that the Bitcoin bull run also began like right after the halving. So I think the halving was in May 2020, and the bottom was in March. So basically, the movement accelerated just after the halving. And I don't know, maybe the merge can be seen as a similar event. I'm not sure, but I guess since it kind of like it makes the currency more deflationary. And okay, since we have some more time, maybe I thought I could like share the chart for some of the like the Ethereum killers we discussed.
Yeah, Solana would be really nice.
Okay, here, so I'll look at Solana for just a second. Yeah, the market's crashing as we speak. So sure, so yeah, Solana has been falling. I mean, it kind of broke out here. So yeah, it had maybe this chance to initiate some sort of bullish upward movement by this retest here, but it actually didn't, and it's now falling. It's creating this sort of bearish candlestick here, and yeah, basically like this is the sort of the final support area, I guess, before like it could crash to like single digits, which really seems weird considering where it was. And I don't know, like count wise, this kind of looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to me. So I mean, I don't know where this goes, but yeah, it does seem like it will actually break down and just fall over. Like RSI is down, doesn't really show anything. And yeah, even in the daily chart, so like we had this wedge pattern here, breakdown afterwards, some sort of bounce, but it did fail to actually clear something, to clear anything, was rejected here. So yeah, this kind of looks bearish. I mean, pretty bearish. So yeah, I mean, unless we even this, I think this could be considered like my invalidation, because if I'm doing like shorter term counts, I do like 3, 4, and like wherever this goes down somewhere. So yeah, this wave 2 here would be like my invalidation level. I don't think it gets broken, but yeah, if it does, maybe I turn bullish. But ADA to me Cardano was interesting because very similar chart, but only difference it is that so same like 5 wave down move, but yeah, the only difference is that it has been trading in symmetry. Okay, it's there. So it just gives me more confidence that this is actually the correct count, and ADA will eventually break down. So like a breakdown below this, like for too low, would to me confirm this. And if we somehow manage to like move above 52, like yeah, I guess I turn gradually bullish. But yeah, so basically both of these kind of look like they're going down to me. I think Polygon looks better. I mean, it's still decreasing, but there's like a massive difference, obviously, between these. Like, I mean, so Polygon is 165% above its June highs, while ADA and Solana are like there, maybe like what, 10%, 20, like not even that. So they're like 18% higher. So yeah, even though like Matic or Polygon, however you want to make call it, is like breaking down, probably falls here. Like the movement looks much more like Ethereum to me than it does like Cardano or Solana. So we have a somewhat clear 5 wave upward movement, maybe a slight triangle here or like this, but yeah. So this to me would be very similar to F. So we have A, B, now we have a C down, which probably goes to the 618 and then somewhere here. But yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Ethereum killers.
So yeah, chances are that bottom is already in. Chances are that we establish a higher low, and chances are that we start a new bull cycle this year. But short to mid-term, it still looks bearish, and there's no bullish confirmation right now. I think that sums it up, right?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So, do we have any questions, maybe? Or
I don't see any questions. Just a hey from Hang.
yeah, okay, yeah. Hank says, hey, Hank, but maybe let's wait a bit more if we have something, and if not, then we can just wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess not then. So this is it for today. I guess, Constantine, it was great talking to you as always. And
Likewise.
yeah, we'll see everyone next week. So
See you next time, guys. Bye bye.
bye.